So I wanted to help you with launching Facebook classes. And sometimes it's a little crazy in Synduit and it gets a little confusing, but it's really not hard. So I'm going to show you kind of the way I do it. And one of the I like to search for things. It's just easier. So if I know a topic I want to look for, then I'll just type it up here, hit the little search magnifying glass, and then it'll pop up what's available. And so what gets confusing is there is a class facilitation and then the class promotion. So people are always like, which one am I supposed to do? But we're going to first do the class promotion. So you're going to click on the little hand, and I always right click on it and tell it to launch it in a new window. And once it's launched, we're going to fill in this information. I'm doing mine on Thursday. So I'm going to go ahead and tell it Thursday. It's going to end on Thursday. It's going to start at 8 o'clock p.m. and end at 9 o'clock p.m. Central Time Zone. It's asking me for the Facebook group URL. And so I'm going to come over here into my Facebook. Sorry, my internet's slow. Facebook is, I'm not sure which one. I know I'm annoyed. Ask me for a Facebook group, so I'm going to go ahead and come in here and get my Facebook group URL. That ain't what I was looking for. And then I don't want any of this other stuff here, so I'm just going to click on the name of my group here. Anyway, and then I'm going to just copy this URL. And then I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to paste it here. And it's going to let me go to posting page options. I'm going to go to that funny oil lady. And who am I going to send it to? I can go back in and change this at any time, but I'm just going to put some stuff in here so that I know what I'm doing. And I'm going to save it. Have it to notify me of new registrations. It's good. So it'll give you some warnings up here that tell you that some of the communications have been like deleted or rescheduled, and it's being created, so it takes a little while for it to get complete. But you can come down here. It's going to be one of the last things that's on here. And if you click on here, there's your landing page. So if you want to catch the URL off the landing page, I'm going to open that in a separate group. This right here is the communications. This will tell you who registered. This will give you the assets. I'm going to open that in a separate page, separate link. And then if you want to rock it again, you can. But over here is what your landing page looks like. So where people will go to register. Okay. And then this shows you emails for partners, letters, and press. So I'm thinking it's not through setting everything up, because I should have more assets than that. I should have a Facebook cover page and stuff. So I'm going to wait on that for a minute. So while we're waiting for the assets to populate, I'm going to come over here to the communications. Did I already do that? I might have already done that. Nope, that's my landing page. So we'll right click on this and open this in a new link, new page. It'll come up here. And so it'll tell you the communications and what date that they're going to go out. So it says here on 9/10, so today's the 9th. So this one is going to send out, this is going to be a post. This is going to be an email. This is going to be a post. And you can see it's saying media 8, media 9, media 10. This one's going out on the 12th, the 13th. So down here you see, like, starting with number 1, it's not going to go out yet. And so basically, I can go in here and I can change some of these things. And so what I usually do is, with my posts, I look and I see what's the last one on. Here's number 10. So it's going out on the 13th at 8 p.m. So I'm going to come over here to this one on the 13th at 8. So this one's going out on the 11th. So this one's going out on the 12th at 8 p.m. because my event is actually on the 13th at 8 p.m. Okay? So I'm going to go in and I'm going to change this one to go out on the 13th at 2. So I'm going to right click on the little arrow here and I'm going to open it in a different link, a different tab. And I can come down here and I can tell it that I want it to go out on the 13th, which is the day of my class, Thursday, at 2 o'clock p.m. And I'm going to go ahead and save that. So then it says the 13th at 2 o'clock. So then I'm going to go find my post number 9, and I'm going to have it go out on the 12th. And I'm going to change it to go out at 7 p.m. on the 12th. So I'm going to click on that little arrow again. And I'm going to come down here and I'm going to tell it to go out on the 12th at 7 p.m. And then, so there's 10, there's number 9 is going out on the 12th at 7. So number 8, I'm going to have it go out on the 12th at 7 a.m. And again, if you wanted to go in and modify anything in these posts, you can do that right there. Okay, you can change everything. You can read what's getting ready to happen. So the 13th to 12th, and I'm going to change this to 7 o'clock a.m. So now I know I've got the 12th is covered. So, and I don't, like, because I was running it so close and they were just running one every day, I didn't really get the benefit of those. So now I'm going to go down and I'm going to find post number 7 that's not scheduled, and I'm going to click on the little button. And so the last thing I have is for the 12th at 7 a.m. So I'm going to go on the 11th at 7 p.m. So I'm going to click on the little arrow. Scroll down. I'm going to tell it to schedule a post. Click on the 11th at 7 o'clock p.m. Then I'll save it. Sorry, I'm outside and I live by interstate, so it's extremely loud. But so now you see, like, I've got 7, 8, 9, and 10, so that's a little better. So I've got 9/11 at 7 p.m. So let's do 9/11 at 7 a.m. So I'm going to go find post number 6. Click on the little button. And I'm going to schedule the post for 9/11 at 7 o'clock a.m. So now I've got the 6th. So I'm basically still missing 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'm on the 11th. So if I go down here and I look, so I've covered the 11th. If I do 2 on the 10th, then I'm still only using 2 of those posts. And so, I'm gonna pump it up, and I'm gonna go post a few more posts. So I'm gonna go here on post number 1, and I'm gonna have it go out at 11 o'clock tonight, just so that I can get it out. So post number 1, click on the little button. So if you see the pattern here, what Synduit wants to do is Synduit wants to send one post out every day for 10 days. And so it is important to manage what you're doing so that you can have your classes for the month all scheduled. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want you to see in my newsletter that whenever I have the scheduled events, I want you to see what that looks like. So that is really kind of the method to my madness on this. So I'm going to have this go out tonight at 11 o'clock. So chances are my night owls will get it, and then people are going to see it in the morning. So there's my post number 1. Then I'm going to come over here and find my post number 2. I'm going to click on the button. And so I know that I'm going to have one go out tonight late. So that means people might wake up to it first thing in the morning. So I don't want to have another one at 7 o'clock in the morning that they're going to see the 7 o'clock one before they see this one. So I'm going to go ahead and have this one go out tomorrow, like around noon. And so hopefully people will check their mail before the morning so that it'll be there that way, okay? Or their posts, whatever, their emails, their posts on social media and stuff. These are the social media posts I've got on the 9th. I've got one on the 10th at noon. And I'm going to go do number 3. I'm going to do it on the 10th at 5. p.m. And so I do know, okay, so I've got the 9th, the 10th at noon, the 10th at 5. Then I have the 11th at 7 a.m. So that's post number 6. So I'm going to go into post number 4, and I'm going to do post number 4 at 11 p.m. I clicked the wrong thing. Post number 4, let me come over here to the little button. And I'm going to go ahead and tell it schedule that post. On the 10th at 11 p.m. And so, like, it doesn't matter if you mess up on these, because you're always going to come back to that communications page, and you're going to be able to see that they're in the right order. Okay. So I still have one post down here hanging out, but I have a post going out on the 9th. So tonight at 9 o'clock, tomorrow at noon, tomorrow at 5, tomorrow at 11, and then I've got this one on the 11th at 7 a.m. I'm going to go ahead and change it to have it go out at noon. Actually, I'm going to have it go out at 5. I'm going to have it go out at 5 o'clock p.m. And so then, so I have one at 11 o'clock on the 10th, and I have one at 5 o'clock on the 11th. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to change this one to go out at 11:05. I'm going to go ahead and change this one to go out about 9 o'clock. Actually, I'm going to have it go out at 7. No, I'm going to have it go out at 11, at 9. So I do, like, I think things through my head and think, like, when are people going to be seeing these? Are they going to be seeing 2 in a row? I try not to do that. So I'm going to have this one go out about 9 a.m. So hopefully they've seen the one from the night before this one goes to them. And then, you know, you can go through here and look at these and say, oh, I don't really like that one, or I do like that one, or, you know, and just, like, maybe not schedule one if you just didn't like it, okay? But now if I've got my social media, I've got on the 9th at 11 o'clock, on the 10th at noon, on the 10th at 5, on the 10th at 11, on the 11th at 9, on the 11th at 5, on the 11th at 7, on the 12th at 7 a.m., on the 12th at 7 p.m., on the 13th at 2 in the afternoon. So what else is not getting sent out? So I'm going to go back here and look. And here's like 1 email, here's 2 emails, here's 3 emails. You know, the emails are kind of one of those things where you can say, I do have 1 email. One, two, three. Let's look at this. So what is that? Right click and open that in another page and see what does it look like. So here's a reminder. 9:13 reminder number 2. We are less than 24 hours until showtime, and I have to say I'm super excited. So I kind of read because, like, we're not 24 hours, less than 24 hours away. So I wouldn't, you know, like, I would make sure that that one went when it was supposed to go. But let's look at the ones that they do have. This one I just looked at, I don't know. So, but let's look at what time are they saying this one's going to go out? On the 10th at 5 o'clock, which is tomorrow at 5 o'clock. They do have that one going out. And they're just telling you about the event. Okay. That one's cool. And then they don't have anything going out on the 11th. The next thing they have going out is on the 12th. We're just telling them, you know, we're less than 24 hours away from the event. So, and they have this going out on the 12th at 5 o'clock p.m. My event's on the 13th, right? Yep, at 8 o'clock p.m. So that's really not an accurate statement. We're not really less than 24 hours. So I need to think about that one. But that's reminder number 2. Then this one actually goes out the day of the event, very close to the actual event time at 5 p.m. This supposed to be saying, hey, get your booty over there because we're getting ready to start the event. So they're giving you the link to get there right now, okay? So I like that one. But let's look at these emails that they didn't schedule and see what are they all about. Are they, because this says email number 1. So my question is what is the difference between this reminder? Are those similar? So that is a reminder. And this they're actually calling an email. Huh. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to edit this one. And I'm going to have it go out tonight. Because I am inviting them to my event. Tonight at I'm going to make it go at 9 o'clock p.m. Because you want them to get at least one email notification before they start getting reminders, right? And then again, that reminder is going out on the 10th at 5 p.m. So, I mean, my event is not until the 13th. So I would want them, they are getting that one, like on the 13th. They're getting the day of. We know that one needs to stay there because that's saying get on over there. This one, I do need to change it because it's at 5 o'clock and it was the one that said there's less than 24 hours till the event. And my event is at 11 or is at 8 o'clock p.m. So I need to change the time on that to make it at least like 8:30 so that it really is less than 24 hours. So then I've got something going out the day of the event. I've got something going out like we're less than 24 hours. We're less than 24 hours is going out on the 12th. So this one is going out on the 10th as a reminder. My first reminder, I'm going to have it go out on the 11th. And I'm going to have it go out at 5 p.m. I'm going to have it go out at 7 p.m. And so then I have one email going out tonight. Then I don't have anything else going out until the 11th. So I can do something on the 10th. So what I would do is I would right click on these and open them in different views, number 1 or number 2 and number 3. And then I would read them and see which one I like best. Like that one. So this one's saying, I'm sure you've seen my previous emails and Facebook posts, but just in case you missed them. So at this point, what do I have going out? Like, let me refresh this. So I have one email going out on the 9th. The next one I have going out is on the 11th at night. So I could actually do number 2. I could do them both. I could do number 2 on the 10th in the morning. Because I did like the content that was in both of them. And I'll have this one go out at 7 a.m. And then the next one I have going out is at the 11th at 7 p.m. So I could do the 9th at the evening, the 10th in the morning, and then I'm going to do the number 3 is on the 11th in the morning. So, you know, some people think that this is a lot of work to get these set up, but for like everything to be written out for you and stuff, like I think it's totally worth it. Like I like it. And now everything is scheduled. I'm using everything. Okay. So let's go ahead and delete these things so I don't accidentally edit them and start typing in them. So here's my assets that it provides for me. So it has a banner, has some posters, it has the save the date cards and a layered or flyer. I'm going to go ahead and open this in a new link because I want to look and see what does it look like. But one of the things that you can do nothing showed up. Wonder why. Oh, there we go. So here's your banner for it. Okay. Nothing too fancy there. But what you can do is like click on all these files, download them. That way, if you want to use them, you have them and you can use them. So now we have done the announcements. We know that those are good to go. So I'm going to close out these tabs that talk about the announcements. And then we need to go back and we need to find the emotions campaign. I can close this assets one because I already got my assets. So here's the class facilitation. So again, we're going to click on Let's Rock. And when is this class going to start? It's going to start on the 13th at 8 o'clock p.m. It asks you for your doTERRA affiliate link. I can tell you I'm a little skeptical about that. I never know if it's going to work or not. But what I do is I bring it up here. See? Because it doesn't really work. Yeah. I don't ever give them this link. I don't. So one of my issues with doTERRA at the present moment is that when I come into my backend settings, it says it's my.doterra.com/lbperry. So if I come over here and I tell it my.doterra and hit that, it brings me up something completely different. So that's why I say, like, make sure your URL works. That's all I'm going to say, because they've been changing stuff. Okay? So, my doTERRA website link. I'm going to put that in there. Facebook posting options. So I'm going to have this. Funny old lady. Let me see something. Okay. So then again, it tells you great job, it's been launched, and then it tells you that your stuff is your, the stuff, whatever that stuff is, the posts and everything are being generated. So chances are, if I come back here and I go down to that plan and I come over here to look at it, it's taken it a while to post, so I'm going to give it a minute to do that for me. Okay, so now you can look and see that all of them have been scheduled. 8 o'clock, I guess these are coming out right at the same time. 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock. 7 o'clock? What does that mean? I'm going to look at these and see what they're saying. Oh, I didn't even notice. So this is coming out on the 9th, tonight at 8 o'clock. This is going out on the 10th. This is going out on the 11th. This is going out on the 12th. Here's on the 13th. And then you'll see they start at 8 o'clock and run about every 3 minutes. They're going to post. So it'll start at 8 o'clock and it's going to end 9:03, 9:06, and then the next day it'll send them out something. Thank you for doing that. Attending my class. But if you want to go in and look at the posts again, you just right click here, open it up in that other window, and you can view the posts. And if you want to make any changes, you can always make changes to it. Okay. Another thing about that is we preview that campaign. Let me go back and look. Oh, that wasn't what I was looking for. Facilitation. Let's see what it says. So what you can do too is you can come here and click on to preview the class, and it's going to show you basically kind of a PDF version of this class. So you can go through and look at it. So what I like to do is before the class, I'm going to come in here and save this, and then I'm going to kind of pay attention to what is being said. So if there's anything I need to have answers to prior, I know what is in my class. So, you know, with Synduit, it's a $29 a month investment, but the education that you can get just for yourself is amazing. So, you know, even if you're just going in here and reading these classes, if you need information on something, you're going to find a whole lot of information in Synduit that they've given you. And I just sometimes go in and do a class just so that I can learn about a certain topic. So anyway, I hope that helps you. If you have any questions, let me know. Oh yeah, real quick. The whole reason I created that event, besides that I'm hosting it this Thursday, is because I wanted you to see when you're in your newsletter, it has that section for events. And so you can either just like go in and edit it and cut it all out. You can go in and cut this part out and put your events in there, just type them in there. Or if you have your events scheduled through a Synduit class, it'll have those here. And when you click on that, it will actually bring them up and show you like what's on their calendar. If they don't have anything scheduled, it'll just have this archive button. And when you click on it, it will show you like the past classes that they've had. And then if you click on that, it lets them go in and register for that class. So that's kind of, you know, one of those things. But I would imagine you're going to get an email that somebody's going to want to know about that specific class. So just a heads up on that one.